Karen Pullman has been making a whole lot of ill-gotten gain over the decades, despite her hatred of nuns, priests, saints, and just plain truth. And she had a bad experience, and she's telling the one she's with at that country club all about it. Yeah, not 1.93 check in over a decade of asking. It's more than just my AT&T livelihood. Yours as well. It's our AT&T lifelines. She tells who she's with all about how this woman walked up, made a video of her phone not working as she tried to call me, Melton. And yes, those next to them are getting the video as well at the country club. Melton's 4x6 photos. My graphic art prepared as that. Print me out. You'll find 30,000 plus graphic art photos at daffodilia.blogspot.com and other sites. ChristComplexLinks.blogspot.com as well. Check them out. Makes for some good tabletop art, and also a way to educate, a way to get more folks making videos of America's Hijacked Lifelines. Get it on video, post whatever you get when you don't get me, and you have a couple paper clips, laminate to last longer, and you got some tabletop art to keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. So Kathy Morse is talking to someone we both went to grammar school and high school with, Catholic schools in Monroe, Louisiana. Yeah, I believe Kathy's in the medical field. I'm not certain. Last time I saw her was on ULM, then Northeast Louisiana University, just behind the nursing building. So that's why I say that. Anyway, her friend there is telling her about her kid. They heard about their active part in America's Hijacked Lifelines, and as they go to college, they, made that audio documentary of them and what they're a part in. Kathy Morse and whoever she's talking to, active in America's Hijacked Lifelines, try to call me in front of them and ask them, why are you doing that? 4 decades now. Governor Newsom, who hates saints, and he hates America, our lifelines working properly. How else is he going to get reelected or elected president if America's lifelines are working properly? And that's what a lady reporter asked. I'd like to hire Melton to design me some beautiful imagery that will drive folks into my business, but I can't do that. And it's not only that, that is our life, those are our lifelines. He has been asking for a Flight 93 check for over a decade, and he has yet to get one. What is your part in that? Why aren't you doing something about it? And Newsom is honest, he's Catholic. He says, well, I'm just waiting for those dangerous Muslim Iranian folks with the Solari Enterprises to up and kill him. Then I can be president. I want to get the parables I had to make last night to get some silence. Whole lot of them. And as I said in the parable, I want to reiterate in case it's not clear enough. One of the countless in and out of the Lori Ann Brady Bond shoes committing fraud, a threat to our country, a threat to our world, as they were harassing the Mormon cult and their dangerous Iranian cult brothers on American soil with Solari Enterprises, as they were harassing someone walked past with one of the, yes, many different styles of the devil Laurie and Brady Bond's hatred, and said, well, if you get tired of being harassed here, you can always come to our home. And it's not meant as an invitation. Of course, it's what they're using as a reason to harass. We have to get him to move back to Louisiana. So Trump, Presbyterian president, a Russian placee, is having a photo op, and that chant, recall because we can't call, 424-229-4140, impeach because we can't reach Melton. That's me, that's my number. He hears that chant from outside, and yeah, he turns up his mic. And the reporter asks him, why aren't you doing your job with those dangerous Iranian Muslims on American soil, courtesy of the Mormon cult and Solari Enterprises? Oh, check to make sure all their employees are legal, because the one from down below harassing today with that noise that they haven't done anything about in the past 2.5 years often speaks as if he is management. And Trump says, well, I'm just waiting for them to kill him so I can get another term. Putin, wants me to. We are at an LAPD Michael Moore photo op, and a reporter asked him, do you know about everybody under the sun making a video of their hijack call to Melton over the past 11 plus years? What are you doing about that? And Moore just says, oh, I'm hoping that the dangerous Iranian Muslims on American soil with the Mormon cult will up and kill him with Solari Enterprises there. So then I don't have to worry about, getting a real job like top cop of the county, California, or the FBI perhaps. Stevenson's and the Catholic Church's traitors to America and the Catholic Church, those I went to school with, Randall Stevenson Ken, an active part in America's hijacked lifelines. We need to bust that trust. 150 million subscribers to AT&T. First, make that video of your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140, not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of ASCII. Then, look up everyone who went to school with me. You get their numbers, they change their numbers, you get the new numbers. You find out what threat they are to your family and America. Ask them, what do you know about me not reaching Melton by phone? When else would my phone not be allowed to work? Post. Whatever it is they tell you, there was treasonous folks I went to school with. Catholic schooling in Monroe, Louisiana. Video was altered last night. One of many that were about Solari Enterprises, Iranian Muslims on hand with their Muslim cult, and the Mormon cult folks down below me conducting harassment, and also using high-tech toys in that fashion. Don't believe they're using high-tech toys on my videos and such. Pick up your phone. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number dialed, get it on video. The pure hate that is the Muslims, the Mormons, and a few Catholics. But LAPD Moore, chief of the LAPD, is asked about me and why he's not doing his job. And he says, oh, I'm waiting for the dangerous Iranian terrorists with Solari Enterprises to kill him, then I can get like a better job, like head of the county, the state, or maybe even the FBI. So Tommy is on a special assignment from Woo. Hear that, helicopter, see that helicopter make that video of your hijack call to me. Melton, not one flight 93 check in a decade of asking. AT&T, the livelihood for decades. Anyway, Tommy has to make sure that Tony gets hired. And by Randall Stephenson's bloody-handed phone gate, bloody-handed AT&T as well. He's hiring a new executive. He's trying to steal him away from another company. And he's not doing too well. So Tommy runs up in the middle of their kind of luncheon there, and he whispers in his ear, and the CEO, Randall, says, "Who do you want to listen in on? What celebrity?" And yeah, that's Swayze. He's got that nice actress in mind. He'll be working for a bloody-handed Randall next week. Here is Siren 911 Flight 93 check and post in 5. Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. Gonna mail me some, make a video first. And yeah, if it's got my address on it, it's gonna be stolen. Most of course it's a bill. So use that GPS to locate America's stolen mail warehouses and anybody from my past. Parochial schools, Catholic schools in Monroe, Louisiana. Those who went to school with me. Make that video of your family's hijack lifeline. Ask them what is their very personal part in your family's lifeline being hijacked. Part of that disinformation campaign to a man, to a woman. Get it on video. Get them screaming out what else they are doing besides that to compromise the security of our country. The general has stepped off the military base and doing a little clothes shopping for his civvies, and a pretty polite college student walks up to him. Well, it might be an admiral. And he says, "Oh, you're doing a great job. I'm thinking of enlisting," and this, that, and the other. And then he just kind of asked him, "Why can't I reach Melton? Why has he been asking for a 911 Flight 93 check for over a decade?" And the general, the admiral maybe, flies off the handle, yells, screams. He's used to being humored. And then that college student asked, "Were you this angry and uninformed as you are about America's hijacked lifelines when we got attacked by all those dangerous Muslims from overseas with 9/11 and got one placed in their White House?" A New York firefighter, that's a 9/11 responding fire engine behind me, has called up Michael Moore. "Why aren't you doing something about here it is again, the dangerous Iranian Muslims on American soil with the Mormon cult folks and Solari Enterprises making a whole lot of money with ACLA and harassing a Christian in a wheelchair as they do that?" And yes, Michael Moore says, "Well, yeah, I'm hoping for that promotion." And yes, of course, the firefighter makes the video of his hijack call to me, and Michael and many others not doing anything, getting bit slapped by those dangerous Muslims, Iranian Muslims. So Randall Stephenson is soaking his hands in blood. And unexpectedly, one of my former classmates from Catholic parochial schools in Monroe, Louisiana, grammar school, Jesus the Good Shepherd, and high school, St. Frederick's, goes in. They've been making a whole lot of ill-gotten gain over the years, impersonating yours truly and being away at Jesus' Immaculate House, as well as a part of America's hijacked lifelines and the threat to our security that is that. They go in and they yell at Randall, and Randall says, "Don't worry, those dangerous Iranian Muslims on American soil with Solari Enterprises, sooner or later they'll just up and kill him. We won't have to worry about it anymore. Son of a carpenter, married. Daddy carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Marianne. I'm the son of a carpenter, Mary. I get to tell parables. These are my stigmata. Eyes growing a new pair. Let's go. Growing a whole new body. So it's very painful with the muscles, bones, organs. I'm going to take the sugar check, do the sugar check, and there's what's more brown around the smaller brown areas that are disappearing. The outer circle around them is gone. But that was from about 9 years, give or take, ago. That particular photo I've designed into imagery. $292. Here's from a little more recent, and the browner circle's getting smaller. Not sure that's the most recent as far as the good photos of the eye, but you get the point. The smaller, browner eyes slowly disappearing, bigger, bluer eyes growing in through and around. Look for the outer brown circle. And you see it's kind of gone. Bigger, bluer eyes growing in through and around. Inner part there can be more brown, dark brown, more tan, more white. Constantly changing. As I do a little genetic carpentry and get a new pair of eyes going. Why do I have to do that? Yes, to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Be a part of that. Make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, that's our lifelines. Our AT&T livelihoods and lifelines. Get it on video and post whatever it is you get when you don't get me. Time on your phone, date in your video, my number dialed, 424-229-4140. There you go. AT&T's bloody-handed phone game. YouTube's as well, active in suppressing truth about our hijacked lifelines, easily documented. You got the time, you got the date, number dialed. Randall goes in and alters phone records to cover up his crimes. Get on video, and yes, you can find a lot of Saints imagery. Saints-imagery.blogspot.com. Check it out. Print out the Saints. They'll keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. Laminate will last longer. Couple paper clips. All you need. Saint Cleopatra, feast day October 19th. Just one saint. Tonight, did a lot of videos of my screenshots, what I've uploaded to YouTube and Instagram from last month, September.
find a whole lot of Saints imagery right there, saints-imagery.blogspot.com, and try to call me and see the devil stealing your Saints image. 424-229-4140. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines, not one Flight 93 check in a decade of asking America and the world to check their lifelines. 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065 Melton. Come see me in person, tell me all about that saint.
So Jewish L.A. Mayor Garcetti, active in harassment of a Christian in a wheelchair, is at a photo op. And a doctor is in, out-of-state doctor. Not with Dignity Health, Adventist Cult of the Angry Vegetarians, or LAC-USC, Keck Medical. A doctor is in town and he asks something that's not medical. He says, why? He opens up his phone, his laptop or something, and he shows him lots of Newsom, lots of Garcetti, lots of LAPD, even President Trump with the Mormon cult, and impersonators of yours truly. Why can't I reach this man by phone? That's easily documented. When else will my phone not be allowed to work? And yeah, he says, press conference over.
Here's 7-9-11, Flight 93, check-in posting 5. You trying to call me, Melton? Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. No mail about the 93 checks or any of my imagery. And a lot of my imagery rates comment. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. You get Randall Stevenson, AT&T CEO next door. His active part in America's hijacked lifelines. Hijacks are lifelines for religious persecution reasons that affect our life. Yeah, of course, affect our lifeline. Cowardly Hussein placing right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Randall hijacks those phones, then alters phone records, cover up his crimes. It doesn't do him much good when everyone's got his bloody-handed phone gate on video. Do that. Make that video, post that video. Come see me in person, tell me all about our hijacked lifelines. Tabletop art, 30,000 plus graphic art photos, my AT&T livelihood. Go to that site and you'll find the big fives. Of course I can't find the site. Oh, vote-truth.blogspot.com. Voter registration links there too. Make that video of our hijacked lifelines, livelihoods, and democracy. Post.
Last two calls. Says the last call was 6:30, and
Your call has been
the past two calls have disappeared off this phone I'm making this video with. As the Mormon and Muslim cult, including Enrique Vergara there, harass a Christian in a wheelchair.
When you finish recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number,
Make that video of your hijack call to me right now, and
It's Mr.
Hand
Grady
out those
calling
numbers
for the third time today about the
to
noise from down
help
below.
Solari
I know you got the
Enterprises,
security
their
guard
home.
on the weekend. Can you do
As
something
well as the
about
office,
that?
they
And I
don't mind
still haven't
disturbing
heard
me
back
at my home here
from 2
and
and a half,
harassing
3
a Christian in a
months now
wheelchair, the dangerous
about the men
Muslims
screaming
with
at me
Solari
in your
Enterprises.
office there.
Ask Newsom, Garcetti,
If you're satisfied with the message,
and
press
Trump.
1.
Why are you allowing that to happen? What else are these dangerous Muslims doing with Solari Enterprises? Do you know?
Phone number 42422294140.
Last night, as I was making a whole lot of variable videos, as a result of the harassment from the Mormon cult and the Muslim cult, dangerous Iranian Muslim cults on American soil, courtesy Solari Enterprises check to make sure they're all legal, and you try to call me 24/7 in front of all employees. Lay in wait for them as they go to get their food. I went across the street, came back a few months ago, and they were the man speaking often as if he is part of management that is threatening me on this property site. He was screaming at me in the management's office. Now let me get this so it's clearer. Let's start again with the next one. David Rose has never been the brightest. I went to school with him. And he's on that television news broadcast set. And he's reading from that teleprompter. And he says, in local news, Seattle somewhere, federal agents and the military have zeroed in on a news anchor and his treason against America. And he looks over, and that's, yes, the suits and the military waiting right off camera there. And he finally gets it. Tried to call me in front of all those I went to school with. They're active participants in America's Hijack Lifelines. Get it on video. Some NRA members have just gotten back from a hunting trip, and they see some Mormon cult perverts, usually in a gray car or a white car, casing the neighborhood when the only ones home are the kids after school. And they pickup truck them, park in front, park in back, and they wait till the hard-working parents of the neighborhood gets home to have a word with those dangerous Mormon cult members. Make that video if you had that call to, and remember to honk when you see them casing those neighborhoods. And if you've seen Gold Old English twice, Chernow, out of this apartment and then out of my York corridor. If you've seen him, Hickey, active in America's Hijack Lifelines, just like Randall Stevenson, though AT&T next door bought Spectrum to arrest a Christian in a wheelchair. I'm feeling a little sick. They woke me up rather early today with their hatred next door. And here, the Mormon cult on American soil with those Solari Enterprises Iranian Muslims. And Susan has opened up, proud of her PC self, or Russian as she might be PC, and she's opened up a museum for the Chinese, those poor folks interned during World War II, and they opened up stuff that hadn't been opened since that time. And yes, sure enough, there's that those plans for Pearl Harbor and further stuff. So some Mormon cult princesses have heard from their Muslim Iranian folks on America's soul, courtesy them, about this little old lady whose kids have moved off and recently widowed, and she's got a lot of, real estate, will, that kind of thing. And they rush over, the church princesses do, and push their way in, and I don't have the church princesses honk when you see the church princesses. I don't have that, but yes, they push their way into the little old lady's home. They say that disrespectful prayer, "Our Heavenly Father, please don't let us or our Muslims on American soil get caught a raping or a stealing. In Jesus' name we pray." And that's when she honks. The little old lady hits her couch horn and sends them running for their throne. Here Lorianne Brady bombs devil hatred after it's been a quiet couple of 2 months. Bloody Randall Stevenson's hatred as well. You look up all the alumni, especially those being doctors from my grade school, Good Shepherd, Jesus Good Shepherd, Monroe, Louisiana, and St. Frederick's High School as well. Look up all of those folks having this man right here harass a Christian in a wheelchair, and you ring their phones off 24/7. Bon Air, Little Cuba, Deborah Drive, best neighborhoods all across America. Yes, I'm pretty sure that Randall Stevenson is related to a Stevenson I went to school with. I do know he's being an active part in America's hijack lifelines and harassing, and in a very personal way. So you 9/11, Flight 93, checking posting 5 in front of all who went to Jesus the Good Shepherd and St. Frederick's High School, as well as just plain Catholic doctors worldwide. Find out why they are a thorn in the side of true believers, actively involved in our hijack lifelines. Milton's just imagery. Oh, it's the weekend. I'm not going out anywhere, so I'm wearing my flower imagery. Got lots of skyline and, of course, gold imagery. So this is from yesterday. Find 30,000 plus, including these, at daffodilia.blogspot.com. Don't forget the www up front. And remember to make a video. Put that first brick of truth in Jesus' Immaculate House with a video of your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. No mail either. Get on video. Randall Stevenson's AT&T next door bought Spectrum there to harass a Christian in a wheelchair. His bloody-handed phone gate. YouTube's been suppressing the truth about are easily documented hijack lifelines as well. Get it on video. Their bloody hands. And you don't have to wear Milton's imagery. Makes for some good tabletop art. I'm Milton, handsome bald guy, son of a carpenter and Mary. Dad, a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Marianne. I'm the son of a carpenter. I get to tell parables. This is gold. And this is some of my imagery you can find in that big 30,000 plus and growing each month. Graphic art photos, 4x6. Gotta print them out that way. You want a different size, you gotta size it up yourself. Sunsets, clouds, skylines, flowers. Whatever you might want to print out as that 4x6 photo. Laminate, couple paper clips, and I'll keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. Outside kind of frame here is there to keep the photo printer from cropping off some of the image, and a couple of paper clips, a few coins if it's windy, and I'll keep you company, me and Gold, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. It's up to you. Mountains imagery, flowers, skylines, handsome bald guy. I think it's a little small to read. Unless of course you freeze frame, or you'll find it as a bigger image. Domino effect. A way to reach the world. Oh, there's a bigger one right there. Isn't that the same one? And yet it wasn't the one with the domino effect. So these are smaller template work kind of stuff, but more suited for the phone or watching them in a slideshow. Where you can make the picture bigger, zoom in, but plenty. Like this one, or this one, or this one. Print me out. I'll keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop.
So someone who had one of the many DeVillory personal knife in the back, a voice down. Look for documentaries, and hell, document your family's lifeline not working as you try to call me in front of her in Lake Charles and her gay husband Samuel Lindbond, Mubon, the Iranian wife of his, with the Department of Water and Power, active in America's hijacked lifelines. Someone who had one of them, many over the years. Don't believe that? Pick up your phone, make a video of your hijack call to me. He said, as they harassed from the Mormon Muslim apartment down below, you know, you can always come to our home, double wide trailer in the middle of nowhere. Ask them what they're planning. When else will your phone not be allowed to work? And it always gets back to that, the DeVillory personal knife in the back hatred. It's not to get me to move back to Louisiana, is to give them an excuse to use the Mormon Muslim cult. And the Iranian Solari Enterprises, get that Senate subcommittee going with calls to me on video. Much more than the Nixon tapes, and certainly more affecting of our lifelines. Get it on video. 424-229-4140. The Admiral is on his way into Trump's Oval Office, and he sees the General outside, and he just flies off the handle. The Admiral does. He says, "Can't believe you set me up. You were a damn liar," about the Admiral's disinformation campaign, and even lots of impersonators of me. And the General says, "No, I didn't wear a wire. I did the Stone Cold Melon."
Me, one and only. The thing I turned that audio maker on the phone. It gets a lot of truth. We're in Wadeo, the ever-present eyes and ears of technology. Making for a more honest world, and then Trump's been getting, he's worried, Putin's worried about his investment, so he yells, "Get in here, Admiral, I want to talk to you." Why should you recall Jewish Mayor Garcetti of LA? Impeach Governor Newsom, Catholic Governor Newsom of California, and Presbyterian President Trump. And I don't know what Susan Wojcicki and Randall Stevenson are. I may have to Google. I didn't have time to design tonight because of, yeah, it took forever to get 25 gigabytes. I got a low def them. A video of youtube.com/DNFD series, and this is the 8x10 for your binder art. To when you hear about those folks having a press conference, and also Randall and Susan Wojcicki of YouTube. Yeah, hold it up. Get that chant going. Recall because we can't call. 424-229-4140. Impeach because we can't reach. Melton. That's my number.
I'm Melton. This is my imagery. Check it out. Yes, I always thought it was bad taste placing Khalid Hussein in our White House. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of Khalid Husseins. With 9/11. How'd they do that? Make a video of yours stolen. Call to me right now. 424-229-4140. All soldiers, all Americans, all clergy. Make that video of your hijack call to me. Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. Get it on video. America's hijack lifelines and those who are active in that. Get a few more in, and yeah, you're gonna have to stop the video, pause the video, and check that out if you're a slow reader like I am. That's the eye, well, one of two eyes, and it's a little browner, the outer circle there, than that's from 8-9 years ago, I think. Yes, growing a new pair of eyes, whole new body. Melton Stigmata eyes. And then the one from around 2014. You will find a little bit less of the brown circle. Blue eyes replacing brown eyes. See right in about here, you can see it is the outer brown circle that if you check out the recent Stigmata Eyes videos, often in the sugar chick kind of parables. Takes a whole lot of blood sugar to grow a new pair of eyes. I'll get to that later, but look on my YouTubes, like Melton for Imagery and the DNFD series, and you can see a whole bunch of them there joined for the month, and you'll see what I mean about the growing a new pair of eyes, genetic carpentry, as the son of Carpenter Mary, and the brown circle around the smaller browner eyes slowly disappearing and gone now.
Still got a lot of work to do on that brace. Much smaller than bigger eyes, part of that eye. Both eyes. Got two of them. Four by 6 slideshow of Melton's imagery. Available on DVD, flash drive, phone. At your bedded bars, parties, military bases, college campuses, churches. You're gonna find something you like in the 30,000 photo collection of Melton's graphic art. 30,000 and growing each month. Want to be in Melton's imagery? Want to tear down that great wall of evil around me? Yeah, the great wall of Chinese evil. Well, first make that video of your stolen call to me, 424-229-4140. Now, one flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. About my imagery, a lot of it is very worthy of comment. In that 11 years, I haven't gotten one Flight 93 check call. It's a check of America's Lifelines. You got the time on your phone. You got my number dialed. You got AT&T's bloody-handed phone gate. YouTube's as well. YouTube's suppressing truth about America's high-tech lifelines for over 11 years. Get on video. YouTube.com/Melton for imagery is one place to find those 93 check videos, as well as Tommy's joined, and a whole lot of imagery, skyline, flowers, and other. Follow the links. YouTube.com/DNFD series as well. Follow the links. Download. You're going to find something you like on 30,000 plus. Print me out. I keep you company. Laminate. Last longer. Keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop.